Hey everybody, it is me and Toaster.
Yes.
And we're thinking about doing something a little different today. We're gonna go on the obbies.
Yes.
The obbies. Which one's the, I just clicked in. Which one are we on? I forget the name of this one. This is the one I like actually.
Speedrun 4?
Speedrun 4. Okay.
Yeah, I made it to the end, but then like it was like 2 hours had passed and I was done.
My body looks all weird.
You might as well just die.
Yeah.
When you fall in like that.
So we're gonna read some Reddits today. So the first one that I found that sounded kind of interesting. Let me get to it real quick. It's so it says MIF 2 years ago my wife and I had a pretty intense shakeup in our marriage. After 2 kids and losing ourselves in parenthood, which is what we signed up for, things came to a head. She went on a trip with her family while I was away for a week with my friends. On her trip, some guy tried making out with her. I only found out because she was acting very strange. When she returned, I went through her phone, which I never done in 13 years, and found a DM that she sent to the guy. She swore nothing happened. Problem is that she continued to randomly message back and forth with the guy until I gave her an ultimatum that if she did it again, I was walking out. It's been a rocky couple of years since. 2 years later, and I don't trust her. I don't believe the story, and I am changed. I used to let her go out with friends and never once was jealous. I didn't care where she was or who she was with. There was complete and total trust. It's gone, and I'm not sure if it's all on me at this point or if my gut is right that I'm being lied to. And then they're saying that, you know, the Smexy Smex time was a huge reason that they drifted apart. I would have to beg her once a month and she'd eventually say yes, but it was miserable. 2 minutes knowing the second it was over, the countdown to another 30 days started. We talked about this and it got better for a while, but now we're back to me having to ask permission basically for me to do stuff with her. She doesn't initiate anything. I have felt as though she has never been attracted to me, and it's hard to feel otherwise.
I think
in some weird backdoor play, I have been talking to a couple girls from work that have told coworkers that they want to do some pretty nasty things to me. Part of me wants to do so badly, and I feel justified for wanting to. I've spent a lot of time weighing out the pros and cons, like, do I even want to be married to this woman anymore when I'm constantly begging for my needs to be met? The other thing that I'm totally aware of is that maybe I'm suspicious of my wife because I've been exhibiting some sketchy behavior myself. I'm a mess. So that was a lot.
It's both of them. Both of them do.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely started with her.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like,
at first when you started reading it, I thought, okay, she might have just felt like awkward to talk about it, but at the same time, just talk about it. There's nothing. But then the DM parts.
Yeah. I feel like she probably did something sketchy, and the dude really doesn't know if she's done anything before and potentially after. He said, "Oh, I looked at her phone." I mean, if that's even true, you never looked at your wife's phone at all for 13 years. I mean, like, even if you have to use it, like maybe your phone is dead or something, you've never just had to use their phone. You know, I don't see any problem with using your spouse's phone.
Well, people.
Yeah, some people have a thing about it. That's my personal device. But like, you guys are together, you know. I mean, man, I'll share everything, you know. If you don't like it, then dang.
Well, the way she's acting, it's kind of a little bit no doubt that she did something, but at the same time she could have not.
Could have not done this stuff?
Actually, never mind.
What?
I retract that statement.
You think she should? And I'm so confused. She should have done it? I don't know.
Oh no, I said she probably did do it. It's just...
Yeah, yeah, I think she probably did do stuff. I mean, you don't ever know.
I don't like it. Like, I hate that. Like, now y'all have to get a divorce because y'all just don't want to tell the truth. Like, okay, if she was talking, stop, talk it over, you know.
Well,
like,
that's the thing though.
angry.
What if she did the worst? What if she did, like, not just kissing or whatever she said it was going on, making out is what they said. What if she did everything? Is that recoverable? Would their relationship last? I mean, maybe that's why she's not saying, because she thinks their relationship isn't gonna last.
Then it's not gonna last based on a lie. So
no, but you know, some people try to let it stretch out as long as possible.
And then you are both sitting there not happy, worrying about the other for literally no reason.
Maybe she's happy. Maybe she's still getting her rocks off with some other dude.
Yeah, but
because she's not doing anything with her husband. I mean, pretty rarely it sounds like. He says like once a month.
Well, they living together, staying together. They pretty much have to see their face every day. That, you know.
Well, it sounds like one party's pretty content about it, or else that, you know, that they have options, right? It sounds like I don't know. I mean, ultimately, the best thing would be to talk it out, but I feel like this is why some things go on and on, because the other person's content with it. Like I've heard before.
Are you on the next thing?
What do you mean?
Are you on the third level?
I'm on the sand level.
Oh, I'm at the end.
But you know, there's people that have multiple families, and not all of those families may know all the details of the other side or whatever, but the dude or whatever is completely happy that has multiple families.
Well, yeah, people get in a relationship, in my opinion, should to make each other happy. It can't be one-sided. That's not a good relationship.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it continues because both sides are happy enough, but it sounds like he does want a divorce or whatever. The only thing that I'm saying is why it's staying the way it is because she seems happy and content with how it is, but he's obviously not happy.
Well,
so if he really wants, you know, something else, he needs to force that conversation.
We don't even know her side, so we don't even know how she feels about it. We're just getting his perspective of everything that's going on.
Yeah, but you might never get her side of things because it sounds like she's obviously hiding stuff.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, you know, you might have to end it not knowing what's really going on in their head because they just have all these little secrets and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want to be happy, you just gotta let all that crap go.
It's sad, but it is what it is.
It depends. It depends how it really feels about it. I think that, they have 2 kids. That's another cruddy thing.
They have kids?
Yeah, they have 2 kids.
I thought they were just together and they can just leave. No.
That's another thing too, is when the kids get involved, it's like, hey, you want to destroy the whole family?
Yeah.
You know, or you want to try and make it work?
Well, she could even, she might not even want to be in the relationship anymore, but it might just be for the kids. Like,
maybe that's it too. Maybe she really doesn't like
There's
him.
so many perspectives and things to this, so, but
I don't know.
Next one. We're staying on this one too long.
Well, it's not really like a black and white thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was titled, Did I F Up? How did he F up? I don't know.
Well,
this one's titled, Adulting. How can people keep going to work for 45 years or more and not go crazy? I'm 36 years old and I've been through so much stuff in the corporate world, and the idea of working another 34 years is crazy to me. I'm trying to save as much as possible and be at least particularly or partially financially independent, because of the idea that I'm going to be living only on Saturdays for the next 30-40 years, and just taking a shower and going back to the office the rest of this life is horrible. I know people have it worse, etc., but I still can't believe that in the internet age you have to work a minimum of 9 to 10 hours a day with the commute 5 days a week. Honestly, it just sounds like he hates his job.
Yeah, and I think he's thinking about it too much. For me,
I think he's thinking about it an appropriate amount, but he hates his job. I don't think it's sustainable.
Sometimes I have those days where it's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 18, and then I have to do more school till I'm 18. After I'm 18, sometimes you have the days, and then the next day you forget about it. But I just feel like just thinking about that every day is just kind of sad. You just kind of, and also, he probably does hate his job, but some people, they can't work their passions.
Well, I mean, it's exactly what he says it is, though, too. Like, that's kind of, oh my gosh, I want to put a bullet in my head just thinking about what he's going through. But I mean, if he's really that upset about it, then shit, I don't know. I mean, find something else,
bro. You gotta grind and retire early or something. I don't know.
But is that even worth it? I mean, I don't know.
I can't give too much opinion. It sounds like you just don't like living life. I don't know.
But I mean, everybody's life is different.
Yeah.
They work long days, is what it sounds like. Drive to work, and it sounds like they hate their job. There's some people that love their job.
Yeah.
He I think hates every second of it. He's staring at the clock all day long,
like school,
sighing, when is this gonna be over? Then he gets in his car, and then he's like about to bash his head into the steering wheel. When can I go home? Then when he gets home, he's just out of it, takes a shower, and goes unconscious until he hears the alarm to get up and do it again. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
That,
I can't give too much opinion because I don't have a job, so.
I think it's like anything that you don't want, that you have to do in life, that you don't want, like school. But I feel like with school, there's a light at the end of the tunnel that's pretty quick. It's not like this is your life forever. It's you to build your life, and do better. But I don't know. Like your career is something basically you're supposed to do, or you should do until you're gained or retirement or whatever. So he's gonna do it till like the end. Like this is not a stepping stone. That's his job. I don't know. It sounds like he just needs to do something else. If he hates his job that much, do something else.
I don't know. What I think about it is, you can literally be almost whatever you want. It's you gotta start early with that if you want to be anything.
I mean, he could change careers too.
Yeah, but
there's ageism and stuff, but I feel like that's getting better.
I finished college for being a doctor. Aren't you 84? I worked hard.
Yeah, I mean, it would only be funny like when he's like just starting out. But
yeah.
And once he's getting into a doctor, like, oh, this guy's, he's been a doctor forever. He's only been a doctor for a few years. I really trust this dude.
Can you help me?
Yeah, right. And he makes some like little mistake that seasoned doctors wouldn't make. Well, he must be going senile or something. How did he not know? He's just a fresh doctor.
And people look up to him. How do you do this? How do you do that? I don't know. You teach me that.
You've been a doctor longer than me. What are you talking about? I'm 35. Aren't you in your 80s?
Yeah. So, I don't know. If you really don't like your job, but I think I'm thinking about it too lightly though. At the same time, don't like your job, just quit, man.
Yeah, definitely a backup plan, or you're gonna be struggling for a minute. You're gonna have some other issues. That
I remember my teachers
over.
always had to say, "Have a backup plan." I'm not trying to ruin your dreams, but
yeah, you want to be a basketball player,
yeah.
NBA. That's awesome, but maybe you should practice flipping some burgers too, just in case.
Yeah, like this one teacher was like, "You're gonna be at McDonald's if you." Or she said
insulting the McDonald's workers.
She said you're not even gonna be able to work at McDonald's if you don't finish school. And
no, you don't have to finish school to work at McDonald's.
Yeah,
that's
and
the
he
beauty
said that.
Of it.
This kid said that like that's a good thing. And it's like, okay, so what's the point you're making? You wanna be flipping burgers all day, brother?
Right.
Do what you want.
You can't do that forever, man.
Well, if
it doesn't pay a lot.
If you're at a really good restaurant, you know that pays a lot.
You mean like a chef?
Yeah,
there ain't no chefs doing that.
They make burgers.
Okay, unless you're Gordon Ramsay, you ain't gonna make a lot of money flipping burgers. I don't think. Tell me
we haven't looked into this subject, so we shouldn't have.
Okay, so we're not knowledgeable enough.
Yeah.
This person that's making like $60 an hour flipping burgers.
Yeah, but it's like.
Gotta get in on that job.
What's your point? You want to be working at McDonald's till you're 95?
Till you're dead, really.
I've seen.
You ain't gonna have no retirement. You're just gonna be like, you're
gonna
die flipping burgers. There'll be one person like, hey, where's my double patty? Oh, I'm sorry. One of our senior members just died on your double Whopper McMacker.
That's messed up.
I don't care. I want a triple for this hassle. I'm sorry, sir. Just can you move to the side just a little bit while we get the EMTs in here? Someone's always dying, aren't they?
I always wonder sir, when I see like older people like working at Walmart. Like, I'm not like, how did they get here? I always wonder that.
What do you mean?
How did they get to this point where they're working at Walmart right now?
I don't know. Life didn't line up for them. I wouldn't always say it's their fault. Maybe they had a good job and they got laid off.
I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just wondering why are you here right now? You're my grandma's age. Why are you here?
They don't have any other money. They didn't have enough to retire. That's why they're there.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to think about. It's like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, well, why are you here right now?
Think about it. There's some people get Social Security, and that is their retirement, and it ain't enough. And then if you try to work the supplement, I think if you make a certain amount, then they take it away from you.
A subject.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I always do that. Just long conversation. Now we're talking about how Earth is. I
Earth?
can't
talk about Earth. Hey, it's a lot to think about,
I struggle to speak English.
You don't like your job. What is the point in life, really? You could think about that too. You need to be happy in life, but you also need to survive. That's part of being happy too.
Existing.
You need to do something that makes you happy. Also brings in income because, we live in a capitalistic society,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I've been just seeing all these things on the internet, and it's just like, they always give you these tips, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Tips for what?
You're blind leading the blind right now.
Yeah.
Just anything, and it's like, oh, I kind of agree with that, and then think about it a little more. It's like, what? What are you talking about? And
they're like, so, if you want to hide a body, this is what you do. Good sir, I was not planning on any of this. Just make sure you use a lot of bleach, though. Sometimes you might almost get caught, but you still here.
I hate the internet, but at the same time, it's like compelling,
For you to do what? Hide bodies?
Compelling. I say words that I don't even know the meaning. I remember. Okay, I think
compelled to hide the body.
I think I've heard someone use this word in this kind of context, so I'm gonna say it. But yeah, it consumes you, kind of.
The internet?
Yeah. It's just everywhere. It's hard to escape it.
The internet's everywhere?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi signals.
What? Are you even listening to my bit right now?
Well, I'm kind of confused what you're on about now, because you said it consumes you.
Well, no, I'm saying I hate the internet. It's just its whole vibe is terrible. And the funniest thing is when the internet is so bad, and then they post it on YouTube.
Right? You know, it's funny. I was kind of watching a video about that today. One of the YouTubers that I follow, they were saying that they broke away from social media, basically. They said the algorithms. And they're trying to get away from it, and they're saying that they waste so much time on things like Instagram and stuff like that. And they're doing a YouTube video of this, right? I'm thinking, isn't this kind of weird? But then near the end of it, they're like, I think watching videos is fine. If you enjoy it, and then watch it. But isn't that contradicting a little bit? I do think TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff like that is a little bit... It's weirder than watching longer YouTube videos.
YouTube has
like
YouTube
very
shorts.
Kind of...
Everyone's copying TikTok.
Yeah, but it's like promoting short attention spans, I feel, because it's just really short, easily consumable media, and it just feels wrong to do for a long period of time. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, every time I'm on like YouTube the whole day, I just feel sad. It's just, why am I doing this right now? It's not productive. It's not making my life better. I'm just
like you're doing drugs all day.
I'm just
do the last 6 hours.
It's just blind watching this. I'm not even gonna remember everything I'm watching. Why am I doing it?
Some of the stuff is kind of cool, like that one thing we found recently, Rotten Mongos. Man, each episode or whatever is like an hour at least.
I think I'm gonna stop watching him for a good minute.
Well, it's all like
human trust. This is terrifying, and then they're real, and it's like,
hey,
oh my goodness.
If I'm having trouble staying awake, that will keep me awake. And then what did he do to the body next? Yeah.
I like watching like.
And I don't get no nightmares from it at all, man. If I was younger, probably.
I don't actually.
Yeah.
I don't get nightmares. I just get like nightmares. Like, do you ever
get nightmares of aliens? Apparently.
Don't believe me. Don't believe.
No, I did. Remember?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
You did too.
Recently, and then I started like screaming for help in my sleep.
That's scary.
I told you about this. You don't even remember.
I had a similar dream like that too.
I wouldn't it be funny if it was the same night.
It's just all the aliens.
We're all screaming in our sleep at the same time.
All the alien stuff recently. It's just. I mean,
You know what? This reminds me of the Aquaman game. Oh, it was so cheesy.
You're there? I'm still on the. I'm still on the lava.
Wait. Wuss.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah.
This looks like the Aquaman game.
All the alien things recently. People are so chill about it. Oh yeah, aliens? Just on to the next thing.
Horrible game. It costs like $5.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The cheapest game on the planet.
$5? Really? Five Nights at Freddy's is like.
It was a whole cartridge though. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know if it was actually $5. It was really cheap, and the games were still pretty expensive back then. Like I think Zelda. Man, I bet Zelda was like $60.
Okay.
And then you get a game like that for like a few bucks. It didn't. It was horrible.
I know nothing about Zelda. I just like the new game that you have. The new old game that you have.
There's a newer one. I mix up the names all the time.
I think it's fun. I I know nothing of the storyline though. I just play the game. Just blindly.
It's always some princess that needs help. Think of Peaches. That's Zelda.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Some like all these women, you know, they can't help themselves. You know, they have to get some little scrawny, pathetic dude to come save the day. Because apparently
it's
he
funny
can do
to
a better
think about
job.
how like Princess Peach is like 2 times the size of Mario. There's people were saying people were saying that all of Bowser's kids are from her.
That's nasty.
Yeah, she's always over there, and he has kids.
Can you really blame her though?
Okay.
It's like that one that we listened from Rotten Mongo where that one woman was like on an island with like 32 men or something.
I did.
She was
I don't
like
remember
forced
that.
to marry. Oh, maybe I watched it the other day. Maybe you were asleep, but she was like, they didn't say forced, but you know she was forced like to marry multiple dudes, and they were like taking turns marrying her. Well, the dudes ended up dead. It was weird.
Morbid.
Just randomly end up dead, and then somebody else can marry her. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I like her stuff. It's just okay. That's scary. People did this. People do these things, and it's like, oh my goodness, people did this. People on Earth did this.
Exactly. That's why I find it interesting.
It just reminds me how scary humans are.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna be afraid of every human I meet, but like,
humans are complex. Like, I'm more afraid of animals than humans because
really?
you can't reason with an animal. With humans, you can kind of reason sometimes.
You
not all
can't.
the time. I cannot move. What is wrong?
I like animals better. Humans are psychotic.
Hey, you haven't dealt with a lot of deadly animals. I think I glitched
There's
out.
a higher percentage of me being robbed and pew-pewed in the head tonight than trouble eating my face.
Maybe, but there's not a lot of like completely deadly animals where we're at. Coyotes are just afraid of us. They won't.
I'm scared of coyotes.
They won't do anything.
Coyotes are scary. They
Wow.
look stupid.
Toaster, what do you tell our viewers today besides running off?
Eat your cheese. I don't know why it took me so long.
Eat your cheese. Don't dance on my face. and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Say bye, Toby. Bye.
Rats.